Alright, guys, today we are gonna be reacting to She Justifies Hitting Men because they are stronger. And this is a taboo. This is a great topic because this is a complete taboo. Jump in.
Yeah, you were like beating him up.
No, it's both ways. Like he hit
Oh.
me and I hit him.
Who hit who first?
Of course it's him, but he's drunk. There's a difference.
Oh,
He's intoxicated and he don't recall any of that.
Men shouldn't be hitting women, regardless. No, even if like you're like hitting him, we're still women.
I mean self-defense.
No, I'd say
Self-defense.
I'd have to- I'd
Or
give
why
a
don't
hard
you just
disagree
walk
there.
out of the room? So saying if a girl's
Or-
hitting you, right?
If a girl
Why
slapped me in
don't
the
you just
face,
not hit
walk
men?
out of the room.
I
Why don't
mean,
you just not? Why don't you just not hit men?
yeah, you could just not hit.
And
hit
then,
the
you know,
guy.
I
you don't have
understand
to
that,
worry
but if
about
it does
right?
come down to it,
You saw that? Brian almost same, bro. And Andrew has to come in and save him. Look at this, guys.
girl's hitting you, right?
If a
And
girl slapped me in the
Why don't you just
face,
not hit
walk
men?
out of the room.
I
Why don't
mean,
you just not? Why don't you just not hit men?
Hey.
yeah, you could just
And
not
then,
hit.
you
hit
know,
the
you
guy.
I
don't have to
understand that,
worry
but if
about
it does
right?
come down to it, because you guys are men, you know what I mean? If a girl
So I
hits
mean,
you,
like-
we just walk
Okay, well,
out.
here.
Should
let
we
me
be
explain.
doing that? Absolutely not. We should not be
Hang
touching
on,
anybody.
let me explain the fault in the logic here, so that
No, there's not.
At least from
There's no
at least
fault.
from my okay, well I'll prove it to you. If a man who's much weaker than another man punches the man who's much stronger than him, can the much stronger man punch him back?
But we're not talking about men
Can
against
you answer
men.
my question without pivoting?
So men and men?
Yeah, so if a much weaker man attacks a man who's much stronger than him,
Mm-hmm.
can the much stronger man go ahead and hit him back?
Can he? Yeah, but does that make him a better man? No.
But I mean, would you be okay if he did?
No.
No, so then basically what you're saying is that if you're stronger than somebody else and you get attacked, you just have to take it. That's the extension of that logic.
Well, if somebody's really strong and they get attacked, they pick and choose their battles because you're not going to be messing with them too much. They're going to pick and choose.
Well, I don't understand then. If it was the case, then what would you even be arguing? Because that would mean that
Well,
no
you know,
weak
everybody's
people-
entitled to like their own things. You could say what you're saying. I would just rather a man on my end, right? If he's strong like that, to not hit somebody who's so weak when he could just walk away because he's going to eat that. It'll be like
Oh,
nothing. It'll be a
entitlement.
tap on his shoulder. So it shouldn't
Entitlement. That's the real definition. Entitlement.
really be a concern.
I mean, you're kinda
Now with the women,
kinda
no, with
Well,
the
then
women
you're-
and
then you would
men.
be all you're doing here is encouraging weak people to attack strong people.
I'm not
That's it.
encouraging that. I'm saying it shouldn't
But that
happen.
would be
But
an
I'm saying
encouragement
if
because,
no, I'm not
because
encouraging
if there's
that.
no consequence, then it's an encouragement. It's like saying, okay, now if you run over and you're a weaker guy than a stronger guy and you punch him, then it's socially unacceptable for the stronger guy to punch the other guy back. How does that not incentivize the weaker men to punch the stronger men?
Well, that's
insane,
why it's
right?
like 3 strikes, you're out. The first time, we'll let it pass. The second time, the third time, forget about it.
Okay, so by the third time a woman strikes you, it's okay to punch her?
Or whatever. No, it's not okay for a woman to strike anybody. But if that
No, that's
situation
not what I'm
happens and
asking.
it's a man,
I'm
he
not
better walk
asking
out of the
about whether or
room.
not- hang on, I'm not asking about whether or not it's okay for a woman or for the woman to strike the man. We've
It's
already
not
established
okay.
It's not okay.
It's not
We're
okay.
arguing about whether or not it's okay for a man to strike a woman back. So
Absolutely
in
not.
this case, yeah. So in this case, if you say a weaker man, if he attacks a stronger man 2 or 3 times, then it's okay for the stronger man to hit him back. Why would this not apply to women?
I think
Well, like,
everybody.
what is it about having a
Good
vagina
point.
that specifically now makes it so that you can attack men and that men can't attack you back?
I
That's
think
what
where
don't
we're
get
getting
here.
confused is that you're correlating them both together. It's a female and a male. Okay, this isn't a male and male thing, right? So these are 2 separate topics. Okay, a man and
How
a
are they
man
2 separate
against the
topics?
female and a male is 2 completely different topics.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't see. They seem interrelated to me because all you're saying, the extension of both is the same. So I agree with
No,
you. We're
it's
talking. Okay, hang on. I just let you explain your position. Let me explain
True.
mine. Okay, so I understand what you're saying. You're saying we're talking about men and men fighting here, not men and women, right? But what I'm doing is I'm giving you an analogy, and I'm saying, okay, but if it's okay in your worldview for weaker men who attack stronger men than them to be attacked back because now it's self-defense, what is the specific criteria that women have other than the fact that they have a vagina instead of a penis that exempts them from the same treatment? That's what I don't understand.
Can you lift more weight than me?
Yes, well, probably, yeah, I
Why?
would assume. Because physiologically I'm stronger than you.
Why?
Wow.
Generally speaking, because I'm a male.
There you go. I think.
Yeah, but that
Yeah,
doesn't, that doesn't make it.
wow. We just went back to square one. We went back to square one. She didn't answer the question. just because because it's a woman. That's it. That's the argument, guys. Because it's a woman. The entitlement, and this is scary though. This is scary again, guys, and I repeat this multiple times because these kind of ideas do extend to all the areas. Your job, laws, politics, everything. This mindset. And what Andrew's doing right now is getting those ideas and just get to the root cause. Right? And as soon as I get to that root, dismantling them. But what happened? Sometimes he cannot do that. Why? Because there's external factors that he cannot control that doesn't allow him to do that. Sometimes he sucks, I guess. But most of the time it's because they do not allow him to just go in and dismantle the idea. Because by society standards, right? Somehow we want to protect them, right? We want to protect females. So when we see them in a very uncomfortable position, we want to just simply jump in or just simply protect them. And that's why it's very hard for these ideas to dismantle. She hasn't answered the question. She just said because we're women. But what makes it, because you guys are women, that it's okay for you guys to hit the guys or men and not expect the same energy in return?
Point. That makes
No,
a
it's
point.
okay. I think I made my point. We're good.
I feel like
No.
I'm okay.
Because
I feel like a
I don't even
woman
think you
should-
have what I just said.
Wow, look at that. See? Look at that.
I think no one should hit anybody.
Just see, there you go. See, now they all know what's going on, so they're gonna work for each other and trying to play games and cock block. Let's call it like that, Andrew. Say they all know what's going on.
Women should not hit men. They really should.
No,
We
I
should
feel
not hit men.
like if
I
a
need-
woman
I need
hits
you
a
to
man,
understand.
then the man
Okay,
can hit her
stop,
back.
lady,
No, for real.
let us finish the conversation. Calm down. So back to this combo here. Okay,
job,
you
my
actually
job.
didn't make a point.
I did.
You just said you're stronger than me because you're a man. Great. Do you
I
agree
mean,
with me that
that's a
there's
point.
other? Okay, great. Do you think that there's other men who are not as strong as me who are also men?
You know what? I think I went already. I'm good.
Can I say something?
I think I'm not good, and I need you to make this clear for me. So,
Can I say something?
So,
Wait, let her answer.
Can we
Bro,
just?
Brian was there, bro. Why? Brian was there. Brian was there. He never controlled that. Man, I thought that Brian was not there. Brian was there. He should have just put a stop to that laughing and giggling and all that stuff right there. We go back to the frame. Those are the points to just really handle frame correctly. Oh man, this didn't happen. Great opportunity to do so. Didn't happen. And I think Andrew got some feedback from the last podcast, and he said, you know what, these are the things that I'm gonna work on. And females start coming in, I'm gonna jump in and just stop that BS right away. But remember, guys, he's not there, so his presence is not as strong. They cannot feel the vibe. They cannot feel the wind of those words. So it's gonna be a little bit harder.
Can we finish our conversation for just calm down? Let us finish our
Oh,
conversation.
no, we're calm. I'm having fun.
Yeah, so,
Yep.
well, understand from my perspective, there's 15 people cutting in, and I only have the one earpiece, so I have to try to delineate between who's talking. So
Got it.
that's why I'm just asking for one at a time. So wouldn't you agree with me, though, that by the same logic, there are still men who are also weaker than me? Right?
I don't get
Yeah.
what that has to
Whoa,
do with the
help me,
woman
help me.
and
The
men
question, just like
situation.
remember
Yes,
how I
there's men
answered
that are
yours
weaker than you.
correctly?
That's fine. That's not something hard to understand. There's gonna be.
So if they are and they
It's
attack
okay.
me,
Yeah, mhm.
yeah, if they are and they attack me, and it's okay for me to defend myself against them,
Mm-hmm.
then why exactly would it be not okay for me to defend myself against a female who had the same strength level as that man?
I guess
Yeah.
that's something for you to try to think about, because that's easy one for me.
Oh, Brian, come on, man.
Okay.
I don't know what she said there.
I don't really know where to go with that. Like,
Wait, did you get an answer, or do you want?
No, bro. What? And I know, Brian. We haven't got an answer. This is what this back and forth. This is why Andrew doesn't want to let it go away. He's challenging her. I don't think you're paying attention, man.
well, Well, she just said that's for me to think about or something.
Oh.
She didn't really answer it.
Well, you're saying that there's weaker men, there's weaker and stronger men, correct? So if a weaker person was to hit you, and you're saying that you're stronger, correct? So if this weaker person's hit, as hard as he could hit, might only be a touch to you. Your hit is going to be way, way more drastic, correct?
Yeah.
So what else do you have to have me explain to you?
Yeah, well, the extension of your logic is that essentially, if weaker people attack you, you're not allowed to defend yourself against them. Because
I didn't say that they're not allowed. I said that there's other things that they could do.
Yeah, but you know how you discourage weak people from attacking people who are stronger than them?
They're weak. I'm stronger than them, so I really wouldn't be worried about that.
Yeah, but you know how you discourage that from happening?
I want to discourage the stronger people from attacking me, not the weak ones. I'm not worried
Yeah,
about
but
them.
the stronger ones in this scenario are not attacking you. That's
All
not
right, so
what's
with the
happening.
weak
They're
ones
being attacked,
that are attacking me, I would tell them first as a warning, stop, because it's not going to be fun the next time. The second time it happens, I'm probably not going for strike 3. The second time is
Okay,
probably
so then
I'll hit back.
wouldn't you draw the? Okay, that's fair.
Fair?
So
Oh
wouldn't
my
you
God.
just so wouldn't you just draw the same extension with men and women? The first time
Absolutely
the
not.
woman attacks the man, fine. The second time the woman attacks the man, he's not going to go for time number 3, right?
A man should never hit a
makes
woman
sense.
unless
Yeah,
it's
but
a dire
why?
thing.
I don't get that. It makes no sense to me.
Walk out of the room. Which would you rather? Would it make you feel better to hit back a woman, or would you?
What do you guys think? Would you guys feel much better if she attacked you? She throw you a left hook, boom, and you feeling that left hook is a little heavy. What do you guys do after that? Let me know in the comment section.
Would it make you feel better to leave and not have anything else escalate?
You can't. Oh, first of all, I don't know why you're under the impression that you can always just leave. In a
That's true. You're right.
confrontation like
absolutely.
this.
You're absolutely correct.
You know?
I believe. I
So you
agree.
can't- Yeah, you can't always leave in a confrontation like that. If a woman is attacking you and you can't leave, what is the problem
I
with
agree.
hitting her back? Like,
You
I don't actually understand that.
Or how old are you? How old are you?
I'm 40.
For a 40-year-old man to say, what is the problem with hitting her back? I think that's what this generation's lacking, no?
Okay, well, for 30,
which
how old are you?
generation?
37?
Or I'm 20, I'm
Which
30,
which
I'm 32.
generation?
Or the one that I'm in now, because I'm dealing with 40-year-old men like this. This is why
Wow, yeah, she has misandries, bro. She has a small despise. You guys heard that? She's looking for like a little bit of confrontation, but you want to undermine Andrew. That's what she's looking for.
I'm not dating
aren't you in your
people.
30s?
As a woman, 32 years old, should I be
Yeah.
hearing you, 40 years old, saying it's okay to hit you?
Straight into the mic.
It's okay to hit me just because I hit you?
That's not the point.
Yes.
Should I
you
eat
If you want
that?
to be logically consistent, what you would say is
I would never eat that.
If a person attacks another person, they're asking to get hit.
Now,
Yes.
a woman on woman, yeah.
No, regardless, why suddenly is there some type of exemption that women get because they have a vagina if they attack a person? Because the person is stronger, that gives them exemption. from
Because
that
everyone
person
has
defending
free
themselves.
will. So if your free will wants
Yeah,
you to
he's free
hit her
punch you
back,
He's free to punch you back.
if your free will wants to hit a woman back, that's on you. But with my free will, if I was a man who's 40 years old and my girlfriend hit me, right, 32,
Yeah, because you're a woman. You're still seeing it from the perspective of a female. These should or wants that we wish it was the case is not reality. You hit that, but go yourself. Try to experiment with that idea that because you're a woman, you do not get hit back if you attack somebody, a man, right? You wish that was the case, but it's not the case. You guys just threw all that that gentlemanness, I was call it like that. I don't know. I forgot the word. Out of the window with feminism, guys. You guys don't get that entitlement anymore. You guys threw it out of the window. You get into the position where a guy will probably do something to you in a train station, and people just look at you, being the victim, live, because you guys said you don't need a man. All of a sudden, you want the privilege on top of that. You want to be independent. You want to be all this great stuff the feminism brought you guys. But at the same time, you want all these privileging protections and all these powers with no responsibilities. You hit a guy, and it gets ugly. I don't know. You guys seen some of these videos, even when there's female police officers trying to arrest a guy, the guy's stronger. I mean, I think that's a clear visualization what will probably happen in confrontation like this. It looks very bad, man. It looks, my eyes, when I see it, I cannot comprehend what's going on. I go to like a blackout kind of thing. Like it doesn't feel okay. But here she's saying these things because she feels entitled, guys. It's entitlement. It's the entitlement. Let me know in the comment section below if you guys agree. You guys agree with me or not?
And I could walk away. I'm walking away because that's what a better
but
man
I mean,
does.
If I was a woman who was 32, I would be advocating that we didn't have a social system set up where strong people felt like they couldn't protect themselves because women were going to try to shame
Strong
them for
people
doing it.
know.
That's
Strong people know that they could protect themselves.
Yeah, and you know how they do it? They usually punch people who attack them. That's how they do it.
That's not a strong person.
That's how they do
That's
it.
not a strong person.
Thank you, JJ.
It's a very weak one.
Okay, well, I mean, I don't know how you would ever demonstrate that. It's okay
Restraint.
to just allow people to attack others, and somehow, because they're stronger than them, they're not allowed to defend themselves. That's crazy.
Hey, Andrew, I think it'd be interesting to just hear the other panelists' perspective on this. So, like, what do you guys think? Do you think...
No, I have a question
what do you guys
for
think?
him.
I think it's okay for a man to hit back.
Here, why don't we, before we get to your question, what's your perspective on this?
I know my answer will be based on his answer because I have a
Okay,
question.
well,
Stupid.
I have a
hold
question
on
for
to
him.
your question
Stupid. She wanna one up him. She basically wanted to one up him.
really
Why
quick.
do you need to know my position and know your position?
Because I want to see, and then
See?
if you can argue this properly, then I will.
Okay, hold on. I'll let this come through, then we'll get to it.
Knight donated $200.
Let's
Thank
see.
you, Knight. Appreciate it.
Scenario: insufferable woman doesn't like a guy disagreeing with her, so she hits him, and then he must leave the room, right? She gets her way by hitting him. Men should be allowed to defend themselves.
Yeah, it's just socially encouraging that if weak people want a thing, they can attack other people with basically no consequences. That, I think it's silly.
Knight, thank you for the
And I think it's a very communist and Marxist idea. You see that in Seattle, Portland, 2016, 2017, even 2020 was a good idea. A lot of these weak people that wanted to take advantage of some of these cities, and the governors, right? The head of the state didn't want to do anything because they were the weakest. No, they're just expressing themselves. They're a little mad, like, no, man, there should be consequences.
TTS, man, appreciate it. Okay, so your thoughts on this, then I'll let you ask the question, okay?
I need to ask.
Okay, just ask the question then, but make it quick, please.
Okay, so since you're using men logic, women, men, whatever. So if a 10-year-old child came up and slapped you in the face, would you punch the child back in the face?
10-year-old children don't have complete agency.
They
no,
they know what they're doing. If he's not,
Hey, stop. Let him talk. Let him talk.
Trying to answer your question.
There we go, Brian.
The answer
Let's
is no.
go, Brian. Yes, that's what you need to do. Let's go. That's what you need to do, my man. That was nice. Put the frame. Set the tone. Nice job.
No, because a person doesn't have complete agency. Just like I may advocate if somebody was like literally retarded, for instance, right? And they were attacking you unless they were super physically strong. You wouldn't have a choice in that instance, right? But they don't have agency. They don't know what they're doing. So in that particular case, you have to draw into intent, right? Women who have agency, who physically attack you on purpose, right, are trying to do harm to you, damage to you, same as if men do it. So when we draw up self-defense, no, wouldn't do it to a 10-year-old. But I can tell you this, right? I think that a good father might, I don't know, take the 10-year-old and give him a good spanking, right? Be like, don't do that again. That seems reasonable to me.
a 10-year-old can feel emotions, feel they're angry and they're attacking you. They could come at you with a knife. They could almost kill you if they have a knife in their hand. So are you going to punch them?
And if they had a weapon or they had something like that, and you had to accelerate the use of force, sure. But that's a different argument. So you're still taking into account they don't have agency, but you have to balance that with self-protection.
What age is the draw line for you? Like 23 and 32?
18, the same age that I would give any woman agency.
So 17 and 364 days, you'd be like, nah.
I'd them up.
You'd be like, nah. 17 and 364
Let's go, Brian. Yeah.
364 days, let me wait a day.
I'd them up.
Let's hear Brian. Yeah, that was a very good comeback.
17.
Because you have to, at this point, it's not about the argument, guys. You have to double down now. because she's testing your masculinity and your reason. This is a chat test. At this point, arguments don't even matter because she's just not listening. She just want to one up. So you just have to double down.
17 and 364 days, you'd be like, nah.
I'd come up.
You'd be like, nah.
Yeah, well,
17 and 364 days. Let me wait a
So
day.
here's the thing: you're doing some hair splitting, right?
Yeah.
But I'll do the hair splitting with you.
Okay.
Right? So what you're doing is you're making what's called a continuum fallacy. So what you're saying is, when does this person have agency, Andrew? Well, I don't know. It'd be case by case, right? But we've decided unilaterally that it's going to be 18 in this nation because most people at 18 seem to have some sort of agency. They seem to be able to make informed decisions for themselves. So we make it 18 years old.
In
now,
America?
if you're saying, well, what about, would this person deserve it at like 17 and 361 days? Yeah, possibly, though you might be judging the law different. I may not make a moral judgment against you, though. If a 17-year-old who is 17 and 300 days attacks somebody else and got their asses kicked for doing it, I don't think I would hold it against them morally. I just think that you would have a lawful violation at that point.
Okay, but 18 is the age of consent for, let's say, sex. 21 is for drinking. 25 is for renting a car. The cerebral cortex isn't fully developed until 25.
No, it's not the cerebral cortex. First of all,
how come 18 is your
stop.
draw
It's
line?
not the cerebral cortex. You're talking about the prefrontal lobe.
Okay, whatever.
Get your
not
terminology.
okay. It's not developed until 25.
She doesn't like it, bro. It's because chat test is not working. So you're getting frustrated. Chat test is not working.
It is
Why?
developed before it's 25. Of course it is.
Fully
Ridiculous.
developed?
Also, just so you know, the prefrontal cortex begins to degrade after 25.
So-
which means that a 25-year-old would be if they were at like peak observational intelligence, and at 30 they should have less. So the 25-year-old attacking the 30-year-old would actually put the 30-year-old at disadvantage, right?
Okay, so now that you brought that up, since you put the limit at 18, how about if a 90-year-old's hitting you? They know what they're doing. Their cortex is all developed, or frontal lobe, or whatever you
How
want to
old?
say.
9?
90.
Oh, 90.
Where do you draw the line up there? Because it's like, obviously you realize if this person is weak, this person is weaker than me.
Yeah, I think
I'm not going to hit them back.
So here, I'm going to give you my moral judgment on this. If a 70-year-old man walks over and hits a guy with his cane, he gets knocked the out. That's what you get. Don't go over and hit people with your
Let's
cane.
go. Yeah, I told you have to double down. I told you guys you have to double down.
Like, what do you want me to say?
If
Yeah.
a
She
90-year-old
tried to chain him.
did not have a weapon.
I want you to think about the flip side to this, right? So if a 70-year-old, let's say that a 70-year-old was attacking a 15-year-old, who do we side with then?
That's up to you, because I would go
Well,
with
right. Wait a
whoever's
second.
stronger.
No,
Whoever's stronger should walk
now,
away.
Both of them don't have agency.
Why are
So now,
you talking so
according-
loud? Calm down a little bit.
According
Okay.
to you, right? Now both of them don't have an agency. So now it's a 14-year-old, let's say, and a 75-year-old.
No,
right? And they're
I never
attacking
said
each
they
other.
didn't have
Wait.
It's not.
Hold on,
Stop.
hold on.
Let me ask the
You
question.
got to let him. You can't interrupt
No, but
him.
he keeps
No.
Let's go, Brian. Nice job.
interrupting me.
Yeah, but you got to
Who
let
are
him
we
talk,
siding
okay?
with?
Why do I gotta let
Who are
him
we-
talk if he interrupted
Look,
me
just want
first?
you-
Because you're
finish.
asking him
Like,
questions.
I'm
You're
almost
asking
done.
him. Here, look. You're asking him
I didn't
questions.
finish him
Stop.
asking
Now
the
you're
question.
interrupting me. Look, if you ask him a question, you got to let him answer. Go ahead, Andrew.
I didn't finish asking.
Wow, bro. Bro, she might get kicked out of the show. My goodness, bro. This is what they needed to do right for the beginning. But they're getting it early. I'll set that. They put in the frame early in the show. That's good. The rest of the ladies are watching, folks. The rest of the panel are watching. And this alone determines the rest of the energy of the show, folks. It's like you have to take an L to save the game. In the first couple quarters, you're not making if your team is not doing it in the first, second quarter, that's fine. If you need to take that L, take it. But then when the third quarters come in, when you're taking that time break, you make your move, then you can build a stronger foundation. But that's what you need to do. She's still very aggressive. Let's see how it goes. Let me know what you guys think. I'll see you in the next one.